In this episode of Puzzle Time, we have the newest puzzle from Felix Ure. It's a sequential discovery brass puzzle that weighs over 1 kilogram. It's called Piston, comes in this lovely green bag. Find out more in this episode of Puzzle Time. Welcome to episode 118 of Puzzle Time. In this episode, we are talking about the brand new, as of yet, while we shoot this video, not released Felix Ure puzzle called Piston. Before we get into that though, we're going to be talking about a contest we have here at Puzzle Master, and it's on a website called UpViral. Now, in this contest, you have the opportunity to win 5 different puzzles. Linnea, that's Tower of Hanoi,
Iron Maiden,
Quad L, the Pioneer Pyramid, and which actually Pioneer Pyramid comes with this fancy dancy bag too, and the Pyraminx this rotational puzzle. So if you go to the link in the description, click the link, share the link, you can get entries into this contest. If your friends you share it with join, you get extra entries, and you get a whole bunch of entries. We're doing the draw on April 2nd of this year, and you can win yourself possibly up to 5 puzzles. So enter lots and enter soon, and you can win yourself 5 different possibly puzzles from Puzzle Master. But let's get into today's puzzle. It is called Piston. It is from Felix Ure, and it is really, really heavy. Like, what is it? Over a kilogram? Over a kilogram,
yeah,
I believe.
something like that.
So it comes in this black box with actually there's a paper in the bottom. Look at that. Little paper with Felix's site. And then a bit on the puzzle. And so Piston, it says, find and remove the brass ball. No external tools are needed and no significant force is required. Good luck. Okay, so
Are you supposed to unscrew stuff like that?
I believe so, yeah. This is a sequential discovery puzzle. Again, called Piston. It's made out of brass, and what's interesting is actually Felix says this puzzle is unfinished brass, and that's purposely done because I guess as you play with brass, it like kind of tarnishes a bit or whatever, and it'll change the look of the puzzle. So the puzzle will darken up, and it'll look kind of cool. So I thought that was kind of an interesting aspect to this puzzle. Felix has had some great other puzzles. Do you remember what some of the names his other stuff is?
He had Titan and Kepler.
Yeah, those are good. That Kepler was an interesting one, packing the balls in.
Yeah, was Hip Flask Kit?
Yeah, I don't remember.
I'm not going to guarantee
it's good. Yeah, Felix has some awesome puzzles. If you haven't seen his stuff before, definitely go check them out. We've got it rated as a level 9 on the Puzzle Master difficulty rating scale, and I'm not sure what that'll look like. Sometimes, puzzles are hard to rate. And so if you guys disagree with our rating, you get this puzzle, you find it's really easy or maybe even harder, let us know. We always like that. Like, let us know if you guys think puzzles that we do on here, puzzles you see on our website, if the levels are wrong, email us, let us know. So, because we're not gonna be able to solve every puzzle. And sometimes you just kind of do it and it's an educated guess. So yeah.
I've noticed 2 different sounds. So if I hold it with the hole facing up, there's like, you have to listen really close. There's like a light kind of, it sounds like it's hitting something. And then if you go this side, it's much higher pitch sound. So there's 2 different.
Oh, okay.
2 different pegs inside there that are moving.
Yeah. Okay, so first off, let's just talk a bit about what you notice on the puzzle now. What do you see? So you unscrewed this bolt, which I mean that's a pretty obvious thing, first step.
Yeah.
But there's Allen key hex nuts here, kind of on the top and bottom.
So is that what your tool's gonna go into? Maybe
those little, because there's smaller hex nuts on the front. I'm talking the ones on the bottom, which these seem to line up. Like I always kind of try to look to where stuff like this, if it's screwed into the puzzle, they line up. Each of them does. It seems to
That's
line
gonna
up
hold
and
the
down.
puzzle together, probably.
There is a hole here at the front, which doesn't seem like there's anything happening there. And that hole, there's a cap in the bottom that kind of seems to follow the curvature of the outside, if I'm going to be honest here. I think it does. It's kind of a curved thing. There's the 2 hex nuts on the front here. And then also on the top here, there is some sort of a latch or clasp, or it's a square, a rectangular piece cut into the top. And it doesn't seem to move. Can you get this thing to move? I don't think I can get it to move at all.
No, I seen it was like out a little bit when I first pulled out, and I just pushed it back in because I wasn't sure if it was supposed
one
to
of them
be
was
coming
out. Now here's the other thing that it's hard to see, and Felix is really good at this, but he's hidden 2 seams in the puzzle. So now let's see if I can show these on camera. There's a seam right here on the bottom of the puzzle with the bolt where it comes out.
Yeah.
So there's a seam right there of something, and there's also another seam up here with on the end with that rectangle in it. There's a seam right there that you can see as well, and they don't seem to have any sort of movement, not at all, right? Like I can't.
Well, I feel like those screws, I wonder if they're holding them in place or if they're hooked to something underneath and it's going to all slide together.
Yeah, I don't
If
know.
it does move, I don't know.
Okay, let's try to get some stuff. Let's see what we can do here. So you can hear 2 different, you think 2 different things, pins maybe
Yeah,
moving?
2 different sounds. There's like one like high pitch when I hold it this way that you can hear.
Yeah. Any other ideas? I have nothing. What would this front piece be? Like I just don't even know what that would be. What would that even do?
Can the other end of the screw somehow
I mean, it can fit in there, but
fixated in there? No.
it doesn't do anything. Do you think this is going to be something where, like a piston works on like air pressure, right?
Yeah,
Do you think there's going to be some sort of an air pressure thing, and maybe this is something with that?
possibly.
I mean, that's all I can think of. It does seem like maybe maybe you're supposed to cover this, and maybe there's something.
Yeah, I'm not very good at these ones where you can't see what's going on, and that's
It
what
is.
Felix here is really good at, is doing the hidden ones.
And that is kind of the point, right? Like it's like, whoa, look at that. I just shook
came out
mine,
now.
and that came out. I just shook that back and forth. Look at that. So now that is grooved on the top.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
I heard it moving. Mine's
And
not
yours
coming
isn't
out
coming out all
fully.
the way. Mine came out all the way.
So now you can hear
So
that moving around.
That's that piston thing.
Now mine stopped again.
That's that. Look at this. Now look at this. This part, look at that. It's open.
Yours fell, so yours is coming out a little bit further than mine.
Yeah.
I don't know. Mine's still not coming out all the way.
I wonder why mine came out all the way. So, okay, look at this. Like now, look at if I push this in, it does move that, but if I pull it up, it doesn't move it. So there's a free floating piece in there that's not attached to this top piece, which is interesting. What would that do then? How would that work?
Okay, there you go. Now I got it to move further.
Okay.
So it's
What do you think did it?
It's in. I was rotating it around like this, so there's
Okay.
something inside there, like a pin that was locking it. So if I held it this way, it wouldn't move.
Do you think we dropped the heck of the bolt in there? that scares me, because there's no way. There's no
Well,
way.
the bolt's not going to go anywhere.
I mean, it's not, but
you look inside there, the bolt's technically not going to go anywhere. But to get it out again,
getting it out might be difficult.
so that's
and
just,
then like all that weight coming down could wreck something
so
too.
the lid here is not actually hooked to this inner cylinder. It's a separate lid all on itself. You can see that.
What is, sir?
That lid, you can see it's just a thin piece of brass that's coming down.
Like this
It's
thing?
not actually hooked to the inner, what's going on inside there. So this compartment isn't actually hooked to that piece that's coming down. That's a separate piece.
You're talking this? This thing? Is
Well,
a separate piece?
yeah. So when you look inside there, you can see the open hole, and it's not all coming back down. It's just a door sliding over the front part here.
No. Look, it is. It's the whole thing. It's not a door.
Oh, it is.
Do it halfway. It's not a door. It's a whole thing. So
Oh,
this
okay, I thought it was.
this is some sort of a piston type mechanism in there. Okay, let's stop. We're gonna leave it there. That is really cool. That's really intriguing. Yeah, I want to play with this more. I definitely want to play with this more. Now, okay, now look at that. Like, see, everything's all locked back in place now. See, like, and it's that movement. It's that side to side movement that's pushing it up. So this piece on the top, yeah, it's that side to side movement is what moves it. Okay, well let's leave it there. I'm gonna put this back in. I'm gonna reassemble this puzzle. That was a lot of fun. I really, really like this. And this, I mean, guys, if you're wanting to get yourself the piston puzzle, go to our website, puzzlemaster.ca. Chances are these will be a pretty hot ticket item. Felix Year's puzzles are always popular, and I'm sure we won't have it in stock for too long. So definitely get that while you can. Again, it comes in this cool green bag with his name printed on the front there, which is neat. So like that, good puzzle, great packaging, lots of fun. A sequential discovery, man, that's great. And the metal, like the heavy metal stuff, like I'm sure we won't be long before we see Chris Ramsey, Mr. Puzzle Guy, like guys like that doing this puzzle. Some of the big YouTubers out there. So yeah, let's get into the online buzz. Okay, so first, one of the guys I checked out here that we've talked about on this channel before is Downtime Fun. I quite enjoy his videos. He has a really soothing voice, I find. And I watched him solve an Alan Lunsford puzzle. It's a 3D printed one, and it's called Mighty Pin. Now, it's a sequential discovery puzzle. There's a bunch of pins that come out. He walks you through, actually, he does a solve, I should say. He does a solve on the video. So go watch it, check it out. I enjoyed watching the solve. It was really interesting, unique, and had a lot of cool movement on it. So that's a good puzzle. And I think it's the last, I believe, in this series of puzzles that Alan Lunsford did. I've also seen that puzzle done on What Did I Get Myself Into? That's Tanner and his daughter, Geneva. Go check out their channel too. It's also one of our favorites. And then next, I was watching a puzzle that we've seen before. Now, this is not a new puzzle, but it is a really popular one. It's by Will Strybos. It's called Revenge Lock, and I watched a guy named Lokai Cross, who, again, we've talked about on here before. I love Lokai's channel. The guy, he is one of those guys that gets like some of the best puzzles out there. And I think he does an exceptional job of walking you through solutions. Now, that's what he does in this video, because this Revenge Lock is it's an insane solve. I watched the whole thing, and I'd never solved Revenge Lock before, but it's a level 10, and it was like insanely hard. And now, this is one of those puzzles where it's easier to get apart than it is to get it back together. Now, I watched Lokai's video, and he said it took him a day to get it apart and 3 days to get it back together. And I think part of that 3 days was understanding it, because I think that's what Lokai does really, really good on his puzzles, is he understands what's going on, which some other YouTubers aren't as good getting stuff figured out. Like, they'll kind of just do a solution but really not know why. I think Lokai is really good at explaining why did this solve or how did this solve, and just the why behind it, because sometimes I get frustrated when you watch videos and like they just solve it, but you're like, I don't know what they just did, or they don't even know what they just did, right? So he obviously has taken the time to follow through on it, and it's a whole bunch of pins and different things happening inside the puzzle that's really, really difficult to get back together. And I guess if you happen to have a Revenge Lock that, first off, either you can't get apart, or you've gotten apart and you can't get back to the original state, watch this video, because Lokai will explain it. But if you haven't seen Revenge Lock, watch it also. Like, I mean, we have it available at puzzlemaster.ca. You can buy it there, or you can just you can watch this video too, and just to understand, because I think it's a really, really beautiful mechanism and what's going on in there. And Lokai does a great job of that. Check out his channel too. He has a whole bunch of really interesting puzzles that he does. And we've seen stuff on there quite consistently that I've never seen this before. Where did he get it? And so that's really cool. Yeah. But yeah, you also found a TikTok channel that you like.
Yeah, so this one is called Puzzle FXY. And so they do a lot of TikTok puzzle shorts like this, but they had some really different puzzles that I'm not, like, you haven't really seen around before, you don't see very often.
Yeah, new stuff. Like, I mean, at Puzzle Master here, it's hard to like have puzzles. I'm like, oh, that's probably so-and-so's puzzle, or we've seen that puzzle, or whatever. Yeah. There was some on this one that I'm like, I don't know what that is.
Yeah, there was
That's
one with like
interesting.
3 like bugs or whatever that we hadn't seen before. And
No,
didn't really
I think that
know.
was lizards. That was like 3
Lizards,
little
oh, okay,
iguanas. Yeah, it looked cool. It was a packing puzzle.
My favorite though was the red acrylic box. So it's like a kind of a dice shape or red box.
I don't think that's acrylic. I think that's resin. I
Oh,
think
might
I've
be
seen it
resin
before.
for it, yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's a resin box. Yeah.
Yeah, and then anyways, you have like different shaped openings on all the sides, and then you have like all these packing, like these kind of diamond shaped or weird shaped pieces that'll fit in the opening, so you can do multiple different puzzles on the puzzle, which is cool.
I thought that was such a cool idea. Like I've seen this puzzle before, but it's just such a cool idea because you set the cube down one way, and on the top you've got to pack those pieces, like I think it's 6 pieces or something, into that side. You flip the box over to the other side, so you got 6 different puzzles in this one puzzle, and it just looks cool. Like that resin stuff, I think it's resin, but it looks really neat. It's quite a big puzzle too, and then the pieces on this one were gold. The box was red. But yeah, a really, really neat solution.
Yeah, so definitely check out there's Puzzle FXY on TikTok. They do amazing.
And I think that there was a slight tweak in how they did their videos that I thought was interesting, because you can tell that they're struggling through solutions. And I think some of the videos we watched, they didn't even solve the puzzles, right? Yeah. There were some that they so I like that. I like that they embraced the whole like struggle inside of like a 30-second to 5-minute video. They weren't very long.
Yeah, no, they're
right?
not.
TikTok, that's the whole TikTok thing. So I enjoyed that. I enjoyed seeing that like the person shooting the video is like struggling with it a bit, and you can kind of struggle with them in that really short little bit of time. So yeah, Puzzle FXY, Puzzle Foxy.
Something like that, yeah.
On TikTok. Again, we do have a TikTok channel. Linnea does our TikToks. Your big one still is that pizza pan.
Yeah, that one's 3 million now.
Yeah, that's been going. If you haven't seen the pizza pan puzzle, go to TikTok, our Puzzle Master TikTok. Watch Linnea. You solve it. You have one video where you...
The one that's at 3 million, I do not actually solve it. I posted a solve video later on. So if you do want to watch it without a solve, you can watch the big one and then...
Yeah, absolutely. We also appreciate you guys watching our YouTube channel. Like this video, subscribe to our channel, click the bell to get notifications. Go to our Instagram channel page. Is the new one still going?
Yep, Puzzle Master CA is the
at Puzzle Master CA. We do have an old channel which we've been locked out of. And then also go to our website, puzzlemaster.ca, and you can find more about different puzzles coming in. You can sign up to get notifications when puzzles like this maybe sell out, and you're waiting for it to come back in stock, and we will notify you before it comes back in stock. So you get like I don't know, some time of notification before it goes back on the site, and you can maybe be first in line to get that puzzle. So yeah, there it is. Thank you guys for watching. That's the end of our video, episode 118 of Puzzle Time. Yeah, tune in next time for 119. So thanks guys. See ya.